Christy is with us in Sacramento. Hi, Christy. Welcome to the Ramsey Show.
Hi, thank you for taking my call.
Sure. How can we help?
So me and my husband are new to the show. We just started watching it this month, and we just started baby step 2. But my husband wants to wait to pay off our student debt to hear what the government says. But I want to just put it all in with our debt snowball. I was wondering if you can give me some advice on how to talk to him about that.
That's sweet.
It is.
He still believes they're going to do it. That's so sweet.
I mean,
Oh,
how much student loans do you have?
Together, it's $14,000.
Did you sign for the loans? That's what I would say to him. I'd say, did we sign for these loans? Let's pay them off.
yeah. Here, there's a high correlation between people's ability to build wealth and their belief that their destiny is in their hands, not the government's. Very few, next to no people, next to nothing, next to zero, of the millionaires that we have interviewed over 30 years got there believing that the government was going to be a blessing to them. They didn't wait on the government to provide prosperity. Instead, they left the cave, killed something, and drug it home and made their own way. They got the machete out and went through the jungle. And so to the extent that anyone, your husband, you, me, believes that the government is our source of prosperity, it slows down our energy level to go into the marketplace and win on our own, of our own dignity and our own energy. And that's the real tragedy of the Biden administration dangling this carrot, because most of us know that they're not ever really going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to happen. It's been a political ploy from the start. I don't believe it's going to happen. It may happen, but I'll have to be on here going, I was wrong, that's happened before. I've been wrong before, Christy. But there is something inside of you that the type of person, and it's a decision. It's not a character flaw. It's a decision that you can make differently. The type of person that says, I'm going to make my own way in this world, the type of person that says, I signed for those loans, I have an integrity issue with not paying back money I owe when I'm able to, and I'm capable of it. Those two things that are decisions in your character are leading indicators for your long-term ability to build wealth. And so I would ask anyone out there, including you guys, Christy, I appreciate the call. I'm not picking on your husband. I'm not saying he's a bad guy. I'm just saying he's naive, number one. It's probably not going to happen, in my opinion. Number two, I would adopt the character qualities of integrity and of agency, agency meaning the sense of I control my own destiny. I'm not waiting on provision from any administration. I'm old, Christy. I mean, I'm 62 years old, and I've lived through, in my adult life, several presidents who, of both parties, who promised me prosperity. So far, none of them have provided it. Not one.
And they won't.
Every single thing that has happened to Sharon and I that's positive is due to God's blessings and due to other people that have helped us, and due to our hard work and ingenuity and our refusal to quit.
I agree. You said a lot of people, you said you're not going to reach prosperity waiting on the government. And I think that more than that, I think there's some folks that might feel like, well, this is my way, my ticket in. I just feel like a lot of people feel like the government owes them something, and they're sitting around waiting. And I'm not saying this is the case with Christy, I don't know. But a lot of people feel like I'm entitled to this. The government owes me something, and by God, I'm going to get what they owe me. And I have a hard time with that. I'm over here and I get angry, Dave. I'm not going to lie. I get frustrated because I'm like, there's no such thing as a free lunch. Like this quote unquote forgiveness, like folks are paying for this. And folks who've already paid off their student loans are going to, if it goes through, I don't think it will, but if it did, folks that paid off their loans are going to pay for it. Folks that can't afford, it'll be spread around into other people.
The two pharmacists that just paid off $200,000 worth of their student loans are now going to have to pay off theirs.
And here's the thing. Most of the people that are getting this forgiveness, I mean, we know what the income bracket was. You can just afford to pay off your loans. Just pay off your loans. There's dignity in doing work and paying your own bills. I just got to say that, Dave, because it frustrates me. When you can pay your own bills, that's called a blessing. When you can go through life and you have the money because you've gone to school or you've done whatever, and you can pay your bill, just pay them. Just pay them. You're going to feel great. You're going to feel great about yourself.
Yeah.
Not sitting around waiting for the government.
And again, Christy, I want you to hear loud and clear. We appreciate you being a new listener, and we're not.
It's not you, Christy.
We're not picking on your husband. I'm not saying your husband's a bad guy. But you said, what do we tell him? I would challenge him as an old guy to say, I have walking around experience proof, and I've got actual data from the largest study of millionaires ever done. And none of those millionaires said someone else did this, and unless they give credit to God. But I mean, they all. Here's what's interesting: when we ask them, who is responsible for your wealth, 97% of them said we did this. And when we said, can it be done again? 97% said it could be done again. When we interview the public that are not millionaires, only 69% said it can be done.
Wow.
And so what you believe about life affects your actions, and your actions create your harvest, your results. And so if you plant poison in fertile soil, you will grow nightshade poison, which is a poisonous plant, in the same abundance that you can grow wheat or corn in the same soil. So what you sow, so shall ye reap. What you pour into your life, your belief, when you put the seed in the ground, is your belief. Your harvest comes because you took action on your belief.
Yes.
And 100% of the time, we all take actions on our beliefs. And so you have to be very careful about the action is, I'm going to wait on the government. What does that mean your belief is?
It means that you don't think you can do it on your own.
It means you think the government is your best provision.
Yeah.
And that is a scary belief, because now we're talking about socialism.
Well, on the political side.
You know, Karl Marx never made any millionaires except him. That's what it comes down to. Under communism, there is an elite few that are millionaires, and they're all the people that took it from everyone else. None of them were producers. Under capitalism, the producers end up with the thing. So all of this to say, Christy, again, this is just us going off now, just in general, not on your particular answer. And again, I don't want you to take this as condemnation, like your husband's a bad guy, because we really don't think he's a bad guy. There's a lot of good people that think this. But what I would challenge all of you that think this is be careful about what actions you endorse, because that speaks very loudly what your beliefs are.
It
and
does.
It's going to tell you what your harvest is going to be. Because what you plant 100% of the time is what comes out of the ground.
100%.
100% of what you plant in your life comes up in your life. 100% of it, good and bad and ugly.